Thank you all. Good afternoon, and thanks for inviting me here. Well, we are a small company, I should say, not very small, not too big, but we've been around for 25 years in the business of medical devices, equipment, and specialty drugs. So I just have a small presentation because I was invited to give my view on the sunrise industry, that is the medical devices industry, which is actually a very nice word for it because the potential to grow in this business is just immense. I mean, there is just no stopping if anyone has any thought about getting into manufacturing. So I just thought I'll give a little bit of idea. I just have a small introduction to our company. We are set up about 25 years ago now, and we've been primarily a medical devices and equipment company which had to have a nationwide presence. So we've gone a little differently. We've never gone through a sub-dealer network or a CNF network, and we've gone direct to hospitals. And today we have more than about 2,800 to 3,000 hospitals across the country where we work. That's our head office. We employ about 850 people today because we are doing very heavy duty testing due to the COVID issues in the state of Kerala, Maharashtra, and that's the reason we have had to employ a lot of people. We are in the field of critical care, nephrology, we are into pain management and transplantation. Those are the four areas of interest to our company. That is just a small view. We are a private equity funded company. We've been growing 24% CAGR. We have presence in 20 states and 20 offices. I think that's about it that is required for this forum. These are the distribution centers that we work with, and that's the reason that we can go direct to hospital and not requiring any help from any dealers or sub-dealer networks. Now I'll just come to the topic of medical device industry in India, a sunrise sector. Well, the healthcare and medical device sectors have grown significantly in the last decade, and with a huge gap in the current demand and supply of medical devices, and it provides a significant opportunity for manufacturing in India. I think as all of us know, 80 to 90% of the medical devices were being imported maybe as late as 5 or 6 years ago. Today that number has come down by about 10 to 15%, and it is coming down at a very fast pace because the manufacturing activity in India is growing very aggressively in medical devices. The devices are simple, small, not requiring too much of rocket science in it. It's just that nobody attempted it, and China, having come into the picture, has actually beaten the pricing so badly that even local manufacturing was not able to meet it. But I think things are changing now with the government support, and we are doing much better in that respect. We were doing about, last year we did about $11 billion of total Indian market was $11 billion. And growing at a rate of 35.4% because healthcare is still not up to the mark in terms of the healthcare providing facilities vis-a-vis the per capita population of the country. India is among the top 20 markets for medical devices worldwide, and India's medical device market stood at about 11 billion as I just mentioned, and is expected to grow to about 65 million in 2024. It's growing at a very massive pace. And I can just tell you that we are a part of that industry, and we are pretty much growing at a similar pace in today's time. Registered MSMEs in India in medical devices are approximately 1.8 or 6% of them are small enterprises, medium enterprises are 0.2 to 1%, and micro enterprises are 93%. The trend point is as of May 16, we've taken it from the Udayam registration portal. Market size and export scenario, Maharashtra leads the states with 17.7% share in the local manufacturing. Tamil Nadu is 11.4, Bihar also is surprisingly 10.9, and Uttar Pradesh is 9.9, and Madhya Pradesh is 9.7%. Government support, actually government has been supporting it with various initiatives and programs. These are the investments for export also given by the government. Government has commenced various initiatives to strengthen the medical device sector with emphasis on research and development, and 100% FDI for medical devices is allowed today to boost the market. Additionally, to further increase export of medical devices, the Indian Ministry of Health and Family Welfare and the CDSU have implemented the following initiatives: re-examination, implementation of Schedule MIII. It's a draft guidance on good manufacturing, system for export labeling, clinical evaluation, state licensing authority to extend free sales certificate with good validity, creating a lot of list of manufacturers for export licensing for easy access by regulatory authorities worldwide. Then these are the investment made by the government. The government announced incentive plan for at least 3,420 crores over a period of 5 years, and these funds will be offered to manufacturers only if they invest in setups to manufacture key medical devices. Besides this, the government has also got a very strict rule since Atmanirbhar was launched, that most of the government tenders today require you to have a minimum of 20% input from the Indian manufacturing setup. I, being part of this industry, am very well aware of this because most of the tenders that we were participating with some foreign products, I do specialties, so not many but a few, are now insisting that we should have Indian component or domestic component in the manufacturing. And you'll be surprised that at least 3 of our partners from UK and US are now willing to set up shop here with us so that we can beat that and we have indigenization of these products which were earlier being imported. So these are some of the other, there are a lot of incentive schemes and initiatives given by the government. These are the other initiatives. I don't want to repeat each one of them because there are parks coming up in Uttar Pradesh. We had a beautiful park in Sultanpur which was for medical devices only, and the government provided land at a very, very subsidized rate, and thankfully it was not allowed for any of the real estate people to come in there and start touching it. So it was given entirely for medical devices purpose only. And we have another park coming. It was already there in AP. They also called us. They offered us excellent incentives. But the only problem, I would like to say it with a pinch of salt, is that initiatives and schemes are all there, but the whole bureaucratic workforce below is not very conducive to doing it very well. It takes a lot of effort, a lot of time, and ultimately we get it, but it takes a lot of time. These are some of the other initiatives that I really don't want to keep repeating. Anyone who wants to know these initiatives, they're also on the website, and they can also come back to us and we can share it with them. There are special devices like nebulizer and oxygen concentrators which were put under initiative schemes or incentive schemes. Then lot of incentives were given for ventilators just over the last 2 years because of the COVID pandemic. And here I would like to mention that India has once again proved its resilience and its capability to handle large scale requirement. Just by a simple example, because I am into testing of COVID, I can tell you, when we sold our first COVID test in India, I sold it for 1200 rupees. And today I am participating in tenders with a price point of 28 rupees per test. Nowhere in the globe can you ever imagine that one can do RT-PCR testing in 28 rupees. And this surprisingly comes from Thermo Fisher, one of the largest MNCs in the US, which in US is selling this test for not less than $25. I buy it from them at 40 rupees because I'm not buying in like 40-50 lakh tests. Any government that is taking 30-40 lakh tests is buying at 28 rupees, all made in a factory in Bangalore. Besides that, I'm buying product from a factory in Delhi which is selling it to me for 60 rupees. Extremely beautiful quality, no compromise at all. RNA extraction, which we bought first for 800 rupees, then it came to 400, came to 250. Today we are getting it at 60 rupees on an automated machine. Every American machine has got a kind of a generic made in India at 1/3, 1/4, 1/6 cost. All of them work beautifully. All are ICMR approved. So India has proved that it's just nothing lacking except a matter of will and a matter of a demand in the market and the support from the government. Sometimes the government is rather punishing that the central government puts up a kind of a rule which says Atmanirbhar is very necessary. You have to make it here and you bring it. And bang opposite, a couple of states would float a tender and give the highest preference to a Chinese company because he's L1. They forget the rules, they just bypass the rules and just go ahead and do whatever comes to their kind of mind. So that's, some of these things are a little bit, I think it will take a little time, I guess, and it's a matter of time. For example, the MP tender was actually cancelled because the L1 was a Chinese product and they refused to take it. So some states are following up and some states are taking a little time, and I think it's a matter of time that we will be where we should be logically with our brain power, as Krishna Elder said in the morning, that we do export, and I have worked in many countries across the globe, and I think this is one of the most intelligent nations on earth. So it's just a matter of time that we will definitely beat most of the countries across the globe. Road ahead is rising number of medical facilities will boost the demand for the medical devices in the market. Various government initiatives such as production linked incentives, scheme for medical devices and establishing medical parks will definitely augment demand. Medical devices are highly attractive export area for US firms also. We do have a lab in the US and I know at what prices we buy stuff there. I mean, as a matter of fact, we buy an American company's machine from India and send it back to the US. I mean, it is so crazy there. So the cost advantages for us, even in the developed or the developing or the fully underdeveloped countries, is still huge because our costs are very low, our quality is very good most often. Opportunities in export, well, the Indian medical devices driven 75-80% imports from countries such as the US, China and Germany. India and Russia have set up a bilateral trade target of 30 billion by 2025 and trade is expected to grow, and the biggest opportunities there are for pharmaceutical and medical devices products. Then we have the medical devices virtual expo 21 will showcase Indian products and enable direct interaction between Indian suppliers and buyers from participating countries. 100% FDI is allowed today in the medical devices sector. The government announced this year to build medical parks in Uttar Pradesh. Telangana, of course, is already running, and AP is running. Maharashtra keeps calling. Gujarat is having another one. Tamil Nadu has a major share of medical devices. And in June 21, the Quality Council of India and the Association of Indian Manufacturers of Medical Devices launched the Indian Certification of Medical Devices 13485 Plus scheme to undertake verification of quality and give kind of an accreditation to your manufacturing processes. Well, it has attracted significant investments over the year. Foreign investments in the medical devices sector last year increased 98% year on year to 2196 crores as against 1108 crores in the last year. And FDI inflow in medical and surgical appliances sector stood at 2.19 billion between April 2000 and March. We ourselves are a private equity invested company, and let me assure you that out of all the 20 or 25 funds focused on healthcare, everyone wants only medical devices and distribution. Basically, the area itself is a very promising area. Quick recap of road ahead. Well, the demand is increasing, opportunities of export are really high, policy support by government is good. There are actually very few bottlenecks as far as the documentation is concerned or the rules and regulations are concerned. It's just the execution part needs a little more kind of push. But if the leadership is in the right direction, I'm sure down below also will fall in line and support the whole effort. And increasing investments are coming from across the globe. Well, we've gone through 20 slides of what I could mention, and I think let's make the 21st slide into a manufacturing plan, and that too especially in Telangana, because I think our government is one of the most promising and positive governments which has taken a lot of initiatives and would continue to do so, and look forward to having more plants in Hyderabad or in Telangana. Thank you very much.